What is going on, everybody? Welcome back into the channel. My name's Rock Soldier, and today we're going to be reacting to Confessions by Josh A off the Fearless 2 album. I'm super excited to check out this track, guys. We're going to hop right into it. Let's get it.
I shut everybody out cause I'm scared of rejection. Turns out when you do that you just ride away your friendship. Scared I'll never make it cause the game is so congested. Scared I'll never make it cause the throne is too contested. Swear I'm about to relapse, think I need someone to step in. Pills will be the death of me, they my lethal weapon. Pray my death soon, I've been counting down the seconds. Hoping heaven's near me cause yeah, I got some questions. Like, why would God bless me and then he proceed to curse me? Feels like every person that I fall in love with hurts me. Why doesn't the Reaper take me if he's always lurking? And why does every version of myself feel like the worst me? Is it all in my head? If I fall to my death, like what's the ticket count to my funeral? Swear I'm always oppressed, never know what's coming next. Like why the hell am I always so miserable?
Yeah, I mean that's definitely like a big thing when you're kind of in that mindset, right? I feel like a lot of people like ponder on that question, right? Like he put it as what's the tick and count to my funeral, right? So like, you know, how many people do I actually have like close enough relationships with that like actually care about me, that would actually be affected, you know, by me going away type thing, right? And you know, because he's, like he said earlier, because he's kind of isolated himself, you know, even if it's just because he's been trying to, you know, be completely sober and just better himself, you know, in those ways, and so he's kind of distanced himself from people, you still kind of feel isolated, and then you know, that kind of thought by itself can, you know, you start blaming yourself for that too. You're like, well, fuck, if I didn't have these problems then I wouldn't have had to do that, and if I didn't have to do that then I wouldn't feel like this right now. And it's kind of this, you know, it's kind of like a cycle, you know, kind of go back and forth. It's definitely a tough wheel to break out of.
Never know what's coming next, like why the hell am I always so miserable? Darkness pulling me down till I'm a carcass. Guess at least then I no longer have a hardship. World's cutthroat, sick of always being guarded. Why does no one want me when I always try my hardest? Tell me it gets better, kinda feeling like you're lying. Try to lit the vibe, but inside I'm always dying. Devils in disguise, always keeping me distracted. Worst kind of evil hides behind the most attractive. I try to break my habits, but it's hard when you're an addict. Just staring out my traumas on a track, they call it talent. Every time I cry for help, I get some brand new plaques in. Helping all these kids, but who else me when I'm crashing? Just take me.
Yeah, man, I mean, and that's got to be like a real issue for Josh, right? Is even though, you know, when artists, you know, kind of put their all on the track and, you know, their real life issues and stuff, first off, it can be a hard thing to do, but I feel like also a lot of people kind of just brush it off as, oh, it's music, or maybe they just kind of see how it really only affects and helps, you know, them from like a listener standpoint, right? But like he said, man, like I try to break my habits, but it's hard when you're an addict, just staring down the traumas on a track, and they call it talent. And so, you know, so every time he comes to a realization or stuff, or is like making a cry for help, right, they just give him a new plaque, right? He just, you know, the song it does well, or, you know, whatever, right? But like, who's really there, you know, when he's spiraling down? And that kind of goes back to the whole thing of like him distancing himself and trying to improve himself. And you know, it's definitely a lot to deal with. It's definitely not an easy thing to go through.
Helping all these kids, but who else me when I'm crashing? Just take me down to the other side, breaking. Should I go? I can't decide. Waste me. I got nowhere to run and hide. Hate me. Maybe then I'll feel alive. Cycles never ending when you're racking up a profit. I thought love would save me from myself, but I lost it. Now I'm on my own again, yeah, it's nothing new to me. The old ways are never going back to how it used to be. It feels impossible to try to overcome when the world...
Yeah, I think that's something kind of be like a misconception, right? Because you said, I thought love would save me from myself, but I lost it, and now I'm on my own again, right? And even if you do find someone that like truly cares about you, right, you know, they can, I feel like they can only really do so much for you, right? Like, it's not like having someone who's like there for you, supportive for you, who loves you and all this stuff is definitely like a huge help, but it's still kind of like on you to fix a lot of it, right? That person kind of can't fix it for you. And I feel like that's kind of like a misconception with that kind of thing sometimes, is, you know, like, oh, you know, like you said, I thought love would save me, but, you know, really it didn't, right? Because, you know, ultimately your own problems start leaking into the relationship, and they become issues, and, you know, ultimately lead to some kind of divide, right?
Going back to how it used to be. It feels impossible to try to overcome when the world is against me. I wish I could be enough, I wish I could be stronger, but instead I go numb. I can't go any longer, I'm done. So these are my confessions. Yeah, these are my confessions.
All right, so that was Confessions by Josh A off the Fearless 2 album. And the song is exactly what the title says, man. I mean, it's kind of just him being completely honest with how, you know, he's processing certain things that are happening in his life right now. And it seems like, you know, with what he's talked about already on the album, you know, just really been trying to better himself and improve himself, you know, stay sober type thing. And, you know, I think he's kind of realizing the hardships that come along with that maybe aren't necessarily foreseen. And you know, like I said, you lose relationships. I think I forget what song it was, but on one of the songs he said, you know, he'd love to go hang out with his friends, but they're the people he'd party with type thing, right? And or maybe even it's not that they, you know, were the people he'd party with, but they're also, you know, got their own thing going on, and so it can be very hard to rebuild that kind of thing when you kind of isolate and distance yourself, ultimately for your own self improvement. And like I said, you know, it's a hard thing to deal with. And a hard thing to do, and you know, I'm sure this song is kind of hard to make, and you know, I feel like a lot of people don't realize that, you know, it's kind of like his honest thoughts on what everything is happening with him right now, and that's not an easy thing to do, to put out to the public, right? You know, the one I just watched is 16,000 views, and that's just for the single song. So you know, I know the full album release on YouTube is already getting mad views. So you know, just have that many people, you know, just open up to that many people, really, and just kind of open yourself up for whatever kind of feedback or criticism or advice or whatever is a brave and hard thing to do, for sure, man. So, you know, overall, man, I enjoyed this track, and hopefully you guys did as well. If you did, please make sure to leave a like, hit that sub button, hit that bell, and then we're dropping the next one. That's all I got for you guys for now. It's your boy Rock Soldier. Hope you have a great rest of your night. Maybe a better day tomorrow. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. All right, guys. Peace.